Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time clicking on my videos, my name is Delaney, and if you're a return viewer, hi. But yeah, so today I wanted to talk about the Nintendo 3DS Eshop. I didn't get the chance to do a video like right after I heard about the news, so it's so interesting that they were closing the shop down. I have been collecting a bit for the 3DS. Like, I have the 3DS and I also have the 2DS. So they announced the 3DS Eshop is going to be closing by next year, and that means that it'll be a little bit harder to find Switch. It'll be a little bit harder to find Nintendo 3DS games physically for a decent price. It's been a little bit pricey already when I've been looking for games. Even I decided to start like last year because honestly, I never played 3DS. Like, I wasn't into the Nintendo 3DS at that time because I was so busy with like college and things like that. So like I decided to like start collecting for that one too, since I missed out on so many good games on the Nintendo 3DS. Nintendo games, always depending on how rare they are or just how old they are, it's kind of like an investment when it comes to collecting if you're a physical game collector. I like to collect physically, but there are some games on the eShop that it'll be better to get from the eShop considering the price range. There's some games on my wish list that I want to collect before the eShop closes, that I'm more looking into physical games, but there are, like right now, I don't know if they're gonna do another sale because by the time they post this video, the sale might be over. But Queen Violet, she also has a really awesome collection that she posted on her 3DS collection, so I'll try to link that in my bio. Queen Violet, she's awesome. She has some YouTube videos of her like Switch collection as well as like her 3DS collection, which is really enjoyable to watch, and she has like a really nice collection. It was like I was taking notes watching it. But anyway, there's some games that are on my wish list from the Nintendo 3DS that I want to get. One of the games that I really want is Fire Emblem Awakening. It is hard, kind of a little bit difficult to find online for a decent price, because it was one of the first Fire Emblem games on the 3DS, and so since it was like created at the beginning of the life, the prince was not as much. So I just need that right now to finish my collection of Fire Emblem 3DS games. And that also brings me on another note. I got this from a gaming store. I posted a thing about gaming store I went to, but if you look at some 3DS games online, there's like a symbol, like that little circle in the corner, and it's supposed to be like repackaged for, like, it says for Saudi Arabia. You can't like make pirated copies like the DS of 3DS games, but it is like such a weird thing, because like on one hand, those types of games like it's called a World Edition, they're easier to find online and they are cheaper, but on another hand, it's like such a suspicious thing to me, like that I'm really not sure about. But I mean, I get that, and I found Kirby Planet Robobot, and I realized they were World Editions after I purchased them. I'm a little bit more steering clear of those types of editions, but if you want to go that route, like, because I do see a lot of World Editions of games that have been uploaded online. The cart was pretty much the same cart as the USA cart. It works on my 3DS, so I mean, it's not really an issue if you don't feel a problem with it, but it's just a note I just want, if you're like want to collect some games physically before the eShop closes, that that you should just, you know, look for that little detail if you don't like that in your collection, because I do know the resale value, if you are doing that, is gonna be lower. But anyway, that's my little rant on World Editions. So I decided to just keep the Birthright edition because at least I can play it, and it wasn't a bad price for it, so that was that. But yeah, so I wanted to finish collecting all the Fire Emblem games, and also the DLC for Fire Emblem, so that's something you should look out for in the eShop, because like there's the DLC for certain games that you can only get from the eShop. And the other games that I'm looking into are more of the Atlas games, because like the Atlas games are so pricey. Like there's the Etrian series that's available. There's also Shin Megami Tensei. Those are some of the games, like some of the Atlas games that I want, because they are too pricey to find physically, so it's better to just get them through the eShop. Other games that I want to collect are Tomodachi Life, which looks like a sim type game and it looks really fun. I've also heard about this a lot and I've seen so many gameplay videos of it and it just looks like adorable, so I've been looking to collect that one next. Some other games I've been thinking about are Dragon Quest 7 and 8. So those are another games that physically are really expensive and are also kind of rare, because I don't see a lot of postings for it. Like I usually look through eBay. I've also been looking through Mercari if you wanted to look. There's like so many JRPGs that came out on the 3DS, so, and I just really want to be able to play, see if I can play some of them at least with the time that I have, because I have so many JRPGs and they are like hundreds of hours long. But I really want to collect for that system too, because I really like the 3DS. I like how I was like handheld games, so I want to get more into playing those games on there. Yeah, some other games are Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus is like, I'm actually surprised they haven't had a new one come out. It's like Greek mythology, and it's like a on the rails shooter type game, and you use the stylus to be able to shoot the enemies. And I think, like, I played a little bit of that, and that game is like so much fun. I think that game physically is also hard to find, so it's something that you definitely want to pick up from the eShop if you're into those types of games. I like the style of it, and I think it's cool how they utilize the stylus when it comes to the shooter. Like, so there's some games that are just stylus only on the Nintendo DS and 3DS. I think that it was kind of cool they used that touchscreen capability for it. So innovative to me, and something that you wouldn't see, like, is very interactive. So I definitely think that you should check that game out in the eShop if you can. And yeah, I also want to collect some more of the Mario games. I actually don't have a lot of I don't have any Mario games for my 3DS. I have I think looking at Mario and Luigi's Dream Team. There's also Super Mario 3D Land, which I know they ported it over to the Switch, but it'd be cool to play it on the 3DS. Yeah, also there's another game that's available on the 3DS. It's releasing this month actually, called Fragrant Story, a new game for the 3DS, which I think is so cool, considering it would be like the last game that would be published on there. And it's like a RPG, and it has something to do with like these kids who are zapped into like this virtual world, but it has like a very pixelated art. It looks very retro, and I think it would be something cool to play through. It looks fun, and I'm thinking about picking up the physical edition since it's available. And I mean, why not? If it's like technically be like the last game on the 3DS system that's getting released. I think there's so many cool games on the 3DS, and I definitely think that's something worth checking out. Like, if you don't have the system, that you should see if you could find it secondhand or something, because that's what I was able to do. But yeah, it's a cool little system. It's a little sad they're closing the eShop so soon. Let me know if there's any games you think that I should be looking for, or that I should be finding on the eShop that's exclusive to the eShop. I'm not sure if there's any games like that, but I hope this was like gives you an idea as to like what to do when hunting for your 3DS games right now, because I feel like right now is probably the perfect time to try to find as many as you can. After this, I think the games are going to be a little bit more expensive than they already are. But yeah, I hope all of you guys are doing well. I hope you guys, if you were able to finish this video of my rant of 3DS games, thanks for watching. And I hope everyone has a great day. So till next time, bye.